happening? I'm like, no, let's go. It's
You
just
made scared, you know.
yeah, because I didn't realize how scary my claps can be. But you learn something new every time you travel.
I know, right?
Yeah. Other than that, how you been?
Oh, good. Hi, Nya.
Hi, hello, Irene.
Hello, hi.
yeah,
Ooh, let's pretend we haven't seen each other in like the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, your reaction is letting me know I should do introductions better. Hello, everyone. This is Irene Carbo. She's like, oh, hey, hello.
Hi.
Cold start. Yeah, for everyone who doesn't know, this is Irene Carbo. Yes. And she's an extraordinaire, does comedy in Switzerland, all over Europe. She even helped me with doing comedy in Switzerland.
Yes, the first time.
There
it was
you go.
my first mini tour to organize, and it was the first time in Switzerland. So
Thank you very much.
Yes.
You know, he facilitated all the train rides and, you know, all the legal stuff,
Yes.
you know, that Switzerland has.
Mhm.
So from Lausanne to Zurich to Basel. So
Yeah.
she's the person. If you guys want to do comedy, boom, right here, you know? Yes.
Let's laugh together.
There you go. She's funny and serious at the same time. Serious about business, but funny about comedy,
Yeah.
you know?
I was just thinking, you know, since it is a podcast, I should probably start sitting like people on a podcast.
Really? So
So yeah, what's the deal with trees? Oh, that girl left me. Oh no! Wait, let me just put the mic like this. Oh, I'm a man.
Your podcast position is shining light on the disparity of podcasters.
I have a beard. Oh, you have a beard. I'm an important man.
We need more female representation in podcasts.
I'm so uncomfortable.
Yeah, you actually dressed too nice for the podcast. What are you doing? I thought you was gonna be prepared. You should wear just sweatpants, disheveled. You got a nice scarf. You got
a nice scarf. Look at that.
There you go. This is a real person from Switzerland, and you're originally from Italy, but
I am from Italy. Yes.
You know, very stylish, of course. Is that a stereotype that's true about Italians and style?
No, I think it's true. I mean, that's a thing that I miss when I travel. Like, even for a little thing, people put care and, you know, a nice touch. They always have a nice touch, like a combination of colors or, you know, you're out. So you have to, not without lots of blink. It's not lots of blink because when you go outside, even in Milan, it's not a lot of blink. But it's just like the little, it has to be together, you know? For example, even today, these look like more pajama pants. But still, like, they are nice. They have a little pocket here.
There you go. You know. They call it gingham, right? That's the color pattern, gingham.
Oh, you know even better than me, you see?
A little something,
That's
you know?
why I left Italy. I'm not that classy, you know? I mean, I have old tissues here. Whoa, sorry.
Well, hey, you've been traveling. You need tissues when you're traveling, you know?
I need a tissue. I'm going to just put this a bit higher. Sorry.
There you go. Yeah.
I'm still a woman, so.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, that's, you know, I make sure there's female representation with the pillows and stuff like that.
So nice.
There you go.
Oh, there we go.
Right.
Boing. No, okay.
Boing. Yes. So I do take care of everyone that's on the podcast. They are actually having a good time here. But so you've been in Berlin. You're not new to Berlin. You've been to Berlin many times, right?
Now, this is the third time that I'm coming. The first time was in May last year. So last year, in 2023, I lost my job, right? So that's also why I started finally performing stand-up.
Oh.
And one of the first trips that I wanted to try was Berlin because people told me outside London for English-speaking comedy, Berlin is the place to be. I was like, okay, well, let me try. I've never been. And then I was like, I'm going to combine it with a German class.
German class?
Yes.
So learning German?
Learning German, yes.
Ah, okay.
I went to the Goethe
Oh,
Institute.
yeah. How you say it again?
Goethe.
Goethe, okay.
Or Goethe, I don't
Goethe. I mean, hey, you learning German, so you're probably saying it better than I am. I don't know. Yeah.
I was in a B2 class, but it's because I cheated on the test. So I should have been in an A2. So I was like, every day I was like, I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
Did you pass? Did you like make it?
No. The teacher was like, yeah, you're okay. I was like, thank you.
Oh, that's how they deny people? You're okay.
I mean, I can read well because I live in French-speaking Switzerland. I don't live in the German-speaking one. So I can get by, I can read, I can have a basic conversation. But when it comes to listening, I'm like a man. I can't. What? Us?
Yeah, you start talking about yourself. Yeah,
yeah, exactly.
Like, can you hand me the bags? Yeah, actually, it was a hard day for me. I had to carry many bags. You're like, what?
What was you talking about? Like, no. So that was a bit difficult. But I did. It was 2 weeks, and I did 6 gigs. Right? I was like, 6 gigs in 2 weeks. This is what it means to be comedian. Wow. I was like, no. But yeah, it was like my first. 10 gigs that I did here. It was like, I was like, okay. So I did the floating lounge on the boat
Right.
with Chris, and then what else did I do? I did the wall comedy when they were still doing those 2 minutes per person, not 1 minute per
right.
person.
Yeah, on Sundays, right?
It was the Sunday ones. I just landed. Yes, because before coming to Berlin, I went to Norway to see a friend,
Mm-hmm.
and so then I just landed here. I had the time to change at the hostel,
Mm-hmm.
and I went to the wall, and then there was what's her name? She's an Australian comedian.
She's from the States, right? California.
No.
Not Steph DePrez.
No.
She sings.
No. Shoot. I have a blank.
She sings?
No, she's Australian. She's from.
Barrows. Anna Barrows.
Anna is the other one.
Anna Barrows is the main one that does shows all around Berlin.
No, but she's the funny one. She's Australian, which has like a reddish dark hair.
She moved to Scotland.
She moved to Scotland now?
Yeah,
I know she did do
Shannon.
Shannon, yes.
Yeah, Shannon.
Hey,
Yeah.
she moved.
She moved. Yeah, she
Oh,
been
I'm
in
so
Scotland.
glad. Yeah, good job, girl.
I'm so glad you made it out.
Yeah. No, because I saw she was at the Fringe in August, and so she stayed. That's great.
You was at the French show?
I was at the Fringe, yes. I was for the first 10 days I did. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Check
yeah.
it out. Everyone was at the Fringe.
Yeah, well, Felix was at the Fringe, I think.
Yeah.
Felix and
Everybody.
yeah, everybody, yeah. So the wall, Shannon, and she was like at the outside, like, okay, you guys, you're 23 comics. We have 1 hour, 1 minute each. I was like, what?
Yeah.
And by then I did I don't know 5 gigs. So I was like, 1 minute, what the fuck? What does it even mean? I don't know.
Wow.
And so I went through my notes, because I'm a very good student. So
Yeah.
I went through my notes and was like, 1 minute, maybe I could do this joke. And the time I went on stage, I did that joke, it was very, very short. And I was like, that's my time. Bye. It's like, what the fuck is
Wow, that's a good habit to have. You knew your time was up and you got off stage.
Yeah, I know, but it's like, this is Berlin. Oh my God, what have I done?
Yeah, because usually in comedy, you just not burn the light, but you keep on going until they tell you get off, so that's good.
But that's, I think, because I think it really becomes because I used to do quite a lot of radio journalism before. So with the timing, you have to be really, really like by the second, because when you start the little song or the jingle, then you talk to the artist that you're interviewing, the musician. Then you had to pass another song, and you had to stop it, and you have literally 60 minutes or sometimes 59 minutes, and you know exactly what you had to put in each. And I think that kind of really went into the mindset. So it's a little advantage maybe that I have compared to somebody who started maybe in his 20s, because I'm like, I know what 1 minute means. So,
Yeah. You worked in like, I guess what you call it corporate, like, I guess like, because it feels like that type of realm is like obviously artistic. You're filming something, but at the same time, it is corporate because like meant for some distribution, money, something.
Exactly. Because when you have to pass an ad or something, so you know exactly. Because even if somebody wants to put an ad on a radio show, they pay by the minute, so it's like, or the seconds even, I don't know, but so you know that like, okay, it's 2 minutes that I can pay, or can I pay 3 minutes? It's super important, so that was the first time in Berlin. Yeah.
Wow, that was a crash course in comedy and doing it in Berlin, because you're doing like a minute, going to all these places,
I know.
new place.
Yeah.
Because like you're originally from Italy, right? And like how long you was in Italy before you started moving out and start traveling?
Yeah, so I left my hometown when I was 18. I'm a December person, so 18. And I went to Milano for my bachelor studies, so 3 years, I would say.
Okay.
But the last semester, we could do exchanges with the university. And I was like, oh, Canada, Australia, first world problems, I know. But I'm like, oh, when I want to go. And my mother was like, do not go too far. And so I was like, well, UK, why not? So I went to Essex.
Essex, that sounds not fun.
Yeah, there are lots of orange people.
Orange, okay.
But just the face, and then the neck is very white. He's all full of makeup, basically.
Ah, wow.
The girls are full of makeup. That's one of the strong stereotypes in England. When you want to make fun of somebody, you just make fun of the Essex people.
Yeah, I mean, the makeup is like heavy out there in some parts. It's like really.
Adele is from Essex.
Who?
The singer, Adele.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. So I wonder if she had like the makeup thing going on too.
At the beginning, probably, yeah. She has lots of strong makeup. But and the accent that she has is really from there. So it's really amazing.
Yeah, the makeup is so strong. I mean, when it comes to dating, you kind of only have, they can only date amongst like themselves. Because I mean, you start dating someone more of my complexion. That's a problem. It's like, hey, look, I took a shower before I met you, and then here.
Exactly, right. All the bed linens are not white; they're just orange because you don't want to. You wake up and you just have like a stamp. That was me.
Yeah, right. I got the walk of shame, just that shit on my face. It's like, what's going on? It's like you have so much makeup. I'm starting to look more like you than you look like yourself.
Exactly. Maybe Trump is from Essex. Who knows?
Yeah, sure, probably so. With that chin, probably so.
Okay, that's it.
No problem with the Essex people. I don't know where y'all from, but good people, good
and
hair.
To be honest, it was really sweet because they all call like everybody darling and joy and sweetheart. I was like, oh, even like the lady at the library in the university was like, oh, hello, sweetheart. Are you okay? I was like, oh, I miss my mom. That was really good.
Did you start crying right there in the middle of the library?
I was like, yeah, fuck off, girl. I just say sweetheart to everybody. I was like, no, yeah, British 101. So I was there like, yeah, exactly. So the last semester, and then I was like, oh, I really like the way they teach things abroad. Because in Italy, you would usually have these gigantic classes, 250 students. Wow. The teachers are really, especially in some universities, they're really high up. So you cannot even talk to them, basically. They're extremely up there, right? They are little barons of the university.
Wow.
Whereas in UK, I really saw like we were really like 20 people in the class. The contact with the teacher was really close and not too close, that it was illegal. But, but it's like you could talk to them, you can exchange ideas and so on. I was like, oh, we like that. And so I was like, maybe I should just look for something else, maybe UK. I mean, I love London.
It's cool.
It's expensive to live there.
Very expensive.
And by then, my brother was already in Switzerland, in Lausanne, actually, where I live now.
Oh.
And I was like, why don't you look around here? There are student residences that are quite affordable. The studies are affordable and they're good quality and it's nice. And so I ended up in Geneva. Nice. And that was when I was 21. So I would say I moved fully out of home at 2021. Yes.
Wow, 18. And that's impressive, first of all, to go to a different country. I guess, even though I've been here 2 years, that concept of just going to a different country and living there and so like that, especially that young, is like still mind blowing.
To be fair to you, you're from the US. It's difficult for us in Europe. I mean, you do 2 steps, you're in another country anyway. So,
but it's like so different.
But it's very different, right? I mean, I have lots of still. I wouldn't call you friends, but people from my childhood who, yes, I was very alone. But they're still like in my hometown, for example. But I think when you're in a medium-sized town in Italy, usually if you want to have sort of, I don't know, if you're a bit more ambitious, so you don't have the means to do something nice in your hometown, you move out and you usually go to Milano, Roma are usually the 2 first. Then you have other big cities. You have Torino, you have Bologna, for example. But mainly people go to Milano. It's like the financial capital of Italy. So.
I mean, Milan, I've never been to Italy, actually. So.
No,
never.
Yeah?
Yeah, so I mean, I just only have a lot of stereotypes in you. That's it. So I'm just like, oh, wow, what about Italy? More? Okay, cool. So anything you're saying, I'll believe you.
I know, even that's stereotypical, man. I should probably do even a stronger accent.
No, you got it. I mean, just by the scarf alone, I'm already like, this is Italian shit right here. That's enough for me. Yeah, I don't have a good point in terms of what's Italian, what's not. No. Aside from Italians from like New Jersey, New York, and stuff, which that's not really.
Which is not. It's more Italian American.
Right.
Yeah. When I actually was in New York last year to do. So after Berlin, I was like, okay, I would like still to travel a bit with the comedy, and I still had a little bit some chance. I was like, and my boyfriend was like, why don't you just go to New York? Why not? I was like, me, New York? What the fuck? I've never been. I like jazz.
Right.
I like comedy. I was like, I mean, New York is the place to be.
Might as well.
And so I went, and it was really funny because as soon as you say you're Italian, you have all these Joe DiMaggio coming by. Like, oh, yeah, I'm also Italian America.
Forget about it.
I was like, what are you talking about?
Forget about it. I'm here now. Will you try the pizza?
Yeah, and then they give you the pizza. It's like,
my nonna's from Italia. You're like, what?
God, and I hate when they say my nonni.
That's not a
no,
real
nonni
word.
is plural, and it's both grandparents.
Oh,
my nonni is Maria. And it's like, your nonna.
Wow.
Nonna.
Did you play along with it, or did you kind of like
because I was like, but one of them, I remember his name was Joe. It was so sweet. And it's like, oh, Irene, I'm also Italian. Look. And he showed me the little necklace, with the little the spicy pepper, the hot pepper.
The pepper.
The peperoncino is called in Italian, the little shape like this. Which is something that they sell usually in Naples, or I don't know if in Sicily, but in Naples you see a lot of these necklaces with because he brings you good luck or something, you know.
Mm.
And so it's like, look, I have it. It was so tiny. I was like, Joe, that's as tiny as your Italian identity.
Oh, somebody got you that from a gift shop. Oh,
I know.
somebody really didn't love you and get that for you from Italy and just brought it to you.
No, it's nice. I mean, obviously, their grandparents are from Italy, but it's like you've been born and raised for 3 generations now. There, it's nice that you say you're Italian, but you're American as well. Be proud. I mean, it's nice.
I wonder if the guy came up to you like a regular American voice, like, "Hi, how you doing? My name is John. How you doing?" And he's like, "Yeah, from Italy."
Hey, I'm Joe.
He started transforming right in front. Hey, forget about it.
Yeah, like taking off the necklace, like, wait, I have it.
Maron, all these like different things. Like, you tried the pizza? You're like, what?
And it's funny because actually they have so many, when they try to speak Italian, they actually have so many idioms from Sicily because most of them are from Sicilian origins, right? And so it's funny because I think that's the correct Italian. I'm sorry, it's the non-dialectical Italian. Yeah. And it's like, no, man, that's Sicilian. So yeah.
So Sicilian language.
Maroni, Sicilian, Compaisa, it's Sicilian Naples. So it's they usually lot because their grandparents, when they move out, it was probably from the 40s, 50s. And Italy, by then, there were still lots of people who speak more their dialect than the official Italian language. Like my father did the military service in the 70s. And so I come from the north, but from the seaside, so near Tuscany. And so my dialect, it can be very strong, but I don't speak it very much. Sorry. But the accent is not very strong. The dialect is not very strong per se. And so when my father went to the military service, it was in the Alpine service. So went to the mountains.
All the way up there. Wow. Yeah.
Because he really loved the Alps. So I was like, oh, well, because otherwise he would do the Marine, right?
Yeah.
But he's like, I just want to leave the house, for once. Because my hometown is the second biggest military port in Italy. And I was like, okay, so I'm going to the mountains. And then he was sharing obviously the dormitory with the shepherds from Piemonte, so near France, people from the plains of Milano, so again, farmers from between Milano and Veneto, which is the region of Venice. And then these guys from Sicily or from Naples. And they were all together and they could not speak to each other. They could not understand each other because they will only speak their dialect. In the 70s in Italy, it was insane.
Wow.
It was insane.
I love when people bring this up because we have this perception that because you're from Italy, everyone speaks Italian, they all understand each other. Yeah. But these dialects are so specific that each person, like each region, they may not even speak the same dialect to where they can understand each other.
Even the same city. Like for me, so I'm from the region of Genova, but I'm not from Genova. And when the Genova dialect, now maybe yes, but I don't understand it. My hometown dialect is way different, and we are 2 hours away. Wow. Then you go to Pisa, the tower, 1 hour away, way another thing, way different. And the southern you go, the more is different. Like people from in Puglia, which is the hill of Italy. There's an Italian comedian that makes this joke about Bari. Bari is the main town of Puglia. Okay, it's the capital of Puglia, let's say. And there is the old town, and then the new town of this city, right? And he makes the joke that people from Bari Vecchia, so Bari Old Town, do not understand people from Bari Nuova, so Bari New Town, because the accent is quite different. Okay, still relatively.
Right.
But it's like, oh, you're from Bari New, okay.
Damn, so that's great. Okay. Yeah, because even in India, I heard the same. Well, I mean, India, that was something because I had like a lot of Indian coworkers.
1.4 billion people.
A lot. And the thing is, each like there's so many different language. I don't even know it's even dialects, probably like languages, right? You got Urdu, you got Hindi, you got all these other ones.
Tamil, Nadu, yeah.
Right, and some people don't even speak like the some of the language. They might know one or two, but not all of it. No. I used to have a coworker that I remember. There's like a whole bunch of Indian people that worked at a job or worked at, and like they would talk amongst themselves, like in whatever language. I don't remember, maybe Hindi or something. But then there's one guy, he would never be part of their conversation. He would only hang out with me. Yeah. And after a while, I was kind of like asking, I'm like, hey, so you ever hang out with like, I'm assuming like, hey, if you're at a workplace, if there's gonna be a lot of black people, want to hang out with black people, a lot of Italian people, Indian. So, but he was like, I don't speak the language they speak. Yeah. And that was the first time I was like, whoa, so what? I'm like, hold on. He's like, yeah, I don't know what they're saying. I'm like, so no wonder why because I don't know what they're saying either. So we're just kind of like,
speaking English, yeah.
Yeah.
The language of the colonized. Yeah.
it's like yeah. I never thought that Indian person can say to another Indian person like, "Hey, can you speak English? I don't know what you're saying." I'm like, wow.
I have a bad thing to say. Colonialists bring you together.
Unfortunately, I can go to India right now, not speak any of the languages. English, everyone knows. Unfortunately.
No, but it is true. But to be honest, because also the regions are gigantic. Like if you think about Gujarat, so it's the region near Pakistan, and the capital is Ahmedabad or something like that. Ahmedabad,
right.
yeah. And the region size is the size of France. It's the size of France. It's gigantic.
That big?
It's that big.
What?
It's fucking gigantic. It's
that is
huge.
Crazy.
So within India, you have, I don't know how many European countries. It's insane. So that's why you have people speaking the Italians, you have the French and the English all in one same country. So fair enough that they don't speak the same language.
Yeah, but I'm glad you shared that because, I would have never known that. I thought Italy, everyone just speaks Italian.
No, well, now, yes. We are slightly more advanced.
Okay, all right. So that was a time before. Now people get...
But still, it was the generation of my parents. You will find people who not speak Italian. Yeah.
So...
Sorry, official Italian.
Official. So because I know in Germany and like German speaking countries they have like this thing called Deutsch, High German.
Yeah.
Do you guys have something similar there in Italy, like a Italian language or Italian spoken that everyone, no matter which region, speaks that?
Yeah. So it will be the Italian language, and it's funny because the story is, and I hope I'm super correct, but the story is that the official Italian comes from the dialect of Florence.
Interesting.
Yes, and I hope I'm right, but it's because Dante Alighieri, so the writer of the Divina Commedia, he was from Florence and he wrote the book in Florentine dialect, and so that kind of became sort of the reference. And so I think with the time passing, it became like the official Italian.
Wow.
Yeah.
I hope you're right because the amount of arguments that have been started about like just, I guess, opinions or something about European facts. Yeah.
Tell me about your life, Nia.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it all started. You could look into it as I look into the camera real fast or something like that. I just want to make sure all is good. All right, cool. But no, because I realize in many parts of Europe that like there's like strong positions of like what's right and what's wrong historically. Like, some people are like, oh, we're the ones that invented bread or cheese, and be like, all right, relax, like this.
It's like the croissant, right, in France, but actually it's it's a Austrian thing that actually comes from Turkey.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Okay, see, I didn't. I thought it was all Parisians that like the croissants. That's where it's from, but
because think about it, the croissant is like the crescent moon.
Wow, I ain't gonna lie.
Which is in the flag of Turkey, right?
Yeah,
yes.
That with the star. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, man. Turkish people, that empire really introduced a lot of foods.
Yeah, but we made it better.
Sorry. We was just doing Turkish good on the podcast. Now, when I put this out, people gonna be like, "How dare you?"
I need some haters. Go for it.
I know, right? I need some engagement. I need this social media to pop off a little bit. Please be angry.
Oh, Turkish food is not good.
Yeah. What are the food things can we say other people claim that's better? It's like, yeah, baklava.
I come from Italy. So
best baklava in town is in Spain. Like, what? How dare you? How could that be?
Yes, I was right.
Oh, you was?
Yeah, standard modern Italian is based on the Florentine dialect, largely due to the influence of major writers like Dante Alighieri, Petrarca, and Boccaccio.
Yes. Ooh, there you go. There you go.
So my literature teacher is finally happy.
Right.
She can rest in her grave.
She can rest in her grave. Well, she was just shaking in her grave. She's like, somebody's getting it wrong. Somebody's getting it wrong. Irene, I knew Irene was going to get it wrong. And now she's resting.
So, which actually is funny because it's true. When you read the dialect from Florence or people, you hear them speaking in Florentine dialect, I can understand them. So,
oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that's nice and easy. Yeah.
So Florence is nice. So go.
So okay, so the part of Italy you grew up in or so like that, would you say is more like you said like coastal town?
It's a coastal town. So Genova is where Cristoforo Colombo is from.
Oh, okay. So, hey.
So sorry, guys.
All right. So they're very fitting.
We gave you the US.
Okay, this is interesting. So, do you guys still? Is there like a Christopher Columbus monument that you guys have there, some or
There
like?
is a statue, and I think there's still his house that you can visit. But the story is that Cristoforo Colombo, when he came back from all his adventure, he died in complete utter failure in Genova.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Well,
because he was the one who got out, and then he got the money not from Italy, he got money from
the
there was
Queen.
no Italy at that point because it was still like a myriad of literal different states.
Mm-hmm.
But he got the money from the Spanish and the Portuguese. So. No, which one? The Portuguese.
Right, and he had to pay it back or something.
Yeah, and then completely utterly failure. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
so he died very poor, something blind.
Well, as a person who's born in America, that makes me feel happy.
Yeah.
He was blind. He couldn't see what he did to the people in America.
No.
But do you guys get taught that in school about like what happened in America and that, what like the whole? I'm curious on what's taught to you about the Christopher Columbus experience versus what we've been taught about it.
Funny. I don't know. I mean, it's just the historical fact that this guy left at that point the Genova area. So I think at that point it was still like marinari republics. Man, now I'm really digging my own grave.
Wow. Well, hopefully it's not close.
Class.
It's not close to your your teacher that you talked about.
But so it was just the Genova was quite strong as a marine, I would say, power, and so basically there were like 4 cities. You had Genova, you had Venice, Marco Polo. You had Amalfi, so the Amalfi Coast near Naples, and Pisa. Pisa now it doesn't touch the sea at all, but before the sea went all the way to Pisa.
Wow, so it regressed that much?
Yes.
Wow, okay.
And so those 4, they were the 4 strongest marinari, we call it le Repubbliche Marinare, so the marinari republics. And so yeah, I think it came from a very strong network or community was really into, they were all merchants, and Genova people are merchant people basically. And I don't remember exactly why went all the way to Spain and Portugal looking for money, but then we studied that they finally went with the 3 boats, La Nina, La Pinta, Maria, whichever.
Right, yeah.
La Nina, La Pinta, Maria. I think there's even a song about it. And then nothing that I think he tried once, but then he couldn't. Then he tried again because he wanted to go all the way to India, or to the Indies. And then he just hit the rock, and it was the US and then the Native American land. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, and then I think nothing. No, they just talked about the different trips. Then there was some comparison historically with the Vasco da Gama, so all the other say long distance sailors who were just discovering all the coast. And that was it. We didn't. I think then we went on the Spanish conquistadores, and they gave all the headaches and migraines and all the different diseases to the poor native people of Americas, and that was it. I don't know what did they teach at school?
Yeah, I mean, you got Christopher Columbus Day, so that's that there. Also, yeah.
But what do you celebrate on Christopher? Just that he
that
he by mistake he hit the rock of where did he land actually? I don't remember. Is it Caribbeans?
I think first is Hispaniola. I think that's where. Yeah. So at the time, it's Hispaniola, which is now Dominican Republic and Haiti. Yes. So I think he landed there first, and then I think he went back or something like that. And then he went back again, and that's where you want to go to India, but it was America.
Yeah.
And then we just know that he, in quotes, founded America. And then I'm hazy after that, to be honest. Yeah. But it's just more of like, it was more like romanticized in a way.
Yeah.
Because even Italians in America, like especially in New York and other places, like they really are like, they're like, oh, Christopher Columbus, he's Italian. Yeah, this is the reason why America is founded by Italians. Like that whole
still
pride.
You give us the fettuccine Alfredo, you fuckers. Oh, we love Italia so much. Pineapple on pizza.
You said fettuccine Alfredo is something that you guys don't claim?
But no, it's not. And there was this story about, was it Francesco De Carlo? Was telling this to Matt, what's his name? The other comedian. The Italo-American comedian. Oh, shoot.
Matt from here?
I have a blank today.
No, it's good. You've been traveling around, riding bikes and.
But anyway, so this is a very famous Italo-American comedian who just always does the seller. Matt.
Not Maniscalco.
No, it's not the Maniscalco. Anyway.
Yeah.
And what it says that apparently there's the story that Americans because they eat the fettuccine Alfredo in America, in the US, And then they come to Italy, and then they ask on the menu, it's like, oh, they go to a restaurant, and then they ask the waiter, but what is a fettuccine alfredo? You don't do fettuccine alfredo? And the waiters are like, huh? What is that? And
Wow.
it's like the fettuccine with the chicken in it. And it's like, what the fuck
Yeah,
is
yeah.
that? That's wrong. You don't have that. We don't make that.
Yeah, you guys don't even. Do you guys mix like pasta and meats together? You guys have that separate?
Yeah, you have the ragu. The ragu sauce is the bolognese. I think
Okay,
you call
bolognese.
it. No, there are ways to mix it, obviously, but it's just this. What is it? Fettuccine alfredo is chicken with cream, right?
Yeah, cream. I think some cheese, maybe
Yeah.
some Parmesan cheese in there,
Yeah.
maybe.
It might be good. I'm not saying that, but it's just funny that they think that's Italian food. And
Yeah, and they coming with the American, yeah, because sometimes people come from America who just recently traveling. They got this. We do have this thing of like, you guys have it, right? Because we're coming from America, so of course you got it, right? And
Yeah.
they're like, no, we don't. Like, what do you? What do you want to ask and see if we have it? I mean, we ain't got that. We don't even know what that is.
I mean, for me, the first thing, I think I still remember this. I was watching Friends when I was really, I don't know, young, like 8 and 9.
Mm-hmm.
And Phoebe, she's vegetarian. Okay,
Yeah.
she's vegetarian. And there is this scene when I watch Friends so many times. I'm sorry, it's it's my weakness. I think I watched like 20 times by now. I know it by heart. And there is this scene where they have this pizza delivery girl that Ross is trying to flirt with.
Mm-hmm.
And at the point, Phoebe at the 10th pizza is like, Ross, I know you love this girl, but is she stupid? Because I ask her for I'm vegetarian. She keeps bringing this pepperoni pizza.
Mm.
And for me, I was like, pepperoni in Italian means pepper. It's the bell pepper. And I was like, why is Phoebe complaining about a vegetarian pizza when she's vegetarian? And then I remember going on the computer. It's like, pepperoni is a salami for you guys. That's a pizza with salami. It's not pepperoni. I don't know why you guys call it pepperoni.
Yeah, I don't know why either.
There was some story about it that I don't know. I should probably Google it again. But there's some story about it. There was maybe some Italians, immigrants who went there, and I don't know, somehow this type of salami got called pepperoni.
Wow, because pepper,
so
but then
funny.
where's the roni comes from? That's interesting.
Yeah.
Is there any word of roni in the Italian language?
No. I just think because pepperoni literally means the bell pepper. So I don't know if they just use that word to say the salami or somebody misheard. Because it could be a whole misunderstanding.
Yeah, that is very weird to be like pepperoni. It's like, pepper, but where did roni come from?
I don't know.
That's this is interesting learning like about these Italian things because there's a lot of perceptions and stuff from the American side that is coming from Italian Americans and it's so far removed from the culture that we don't know.
Yeah.
So every time I do know like the pizza is different out there. Clearly got the different style of pizza versus the one in New York City.
Yeah.
Also like I don't know, like you ever watch The Sopranos? Okay. Well, look, Sopranos, I bet if you watch it, you probably get angry based on all the stereotypes that happen in there.
Okay,
it's like
good.
It's like mafia shit, kind of like Goombas and blah blah blah. They forget about a lot of that. A lot of forget about it. Come on, Tony. Come on, Paulie. What you gonna
It's
do?
full of people with Alzheimer. Forget about it. Well, I forgot it.
I already forgot. Paulie, don't worry about it. I didn't even know what happened. Okay, let's go in the car. Let's do this. Like just somebody owes some money.
But what was it like? The latest movie was 3 hours long by Scorsese. Was it
The
The Irishman?
Yeah. You watched it?
Yes, we watched it during COVID, so we had lots of
you had
time.
no choice,
We made bread with we baked bread that day. It's like we need the time anyway, so because it's 3 hours, so sometimes we will pause it to check on the bread. It's like, it was really good, the bread. The film was like good. Obviously, I mean, great actors. Scorsese is a magician.
Mm-hmm.
But when they try to do the Italian thing, I'm sorry. I mean, some of the words are wrong. They were wrong.
Wow.
I was like, you have the money to probably check. And again, they're wrong from an Italian point of view.
Yeah.
But maybe from an Italo-American point of view, they're correct because that's how they speak it. So I don't know.
Yeah.
It was funny because they're like, and the accent. Oh man.
Oh, the accent's probably messed you up so bad.
Know. Was it Al Pacino or the other, or De Niro? I think it was Pacino was making no, it was Joe Pesci.
Joe Pesci, yeah.
Joe Pesci was like, oh my God, your accent is so, it's so over the moon. What the hell are you talking about?
Was it like overdone? Like it was just too much?
It was really done and then very American as well. You could still hear he's American. So.
Are you able to watch Italian American movies and not get annoyed? Because I would imagine.
I just find it funny,
Yeah.
Because
So every
If I get angry, just life is too short to get angry about things anymore. It's a fight that I don't want to fight anymore.
I bet every Italian American movie is just a comedy for you. You're just like, you just watch it and laugh, and you play, come on, really?
I know.
You know, I told you to get the money. You laugh.
I'm so important. I have a weapon. Pew, pew, pew. You're like, come on, man.
I'm sorry, Tony. I just wanted to make sure it was all good.
I don't know. I mean, I know we use the hands a lot in Italy, but we are always like,
yeah. So
if you look at, se me lo chiedi quando ho avuto rispetto.
So the hand thing is real.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to make sure, you know.
For sure.
Yeah, a lot.
That one I miss. Yeah.
So
I like it.
In Switzerland, not that many hand movements. A lot of just stiffness or so. Or...
It depends. Switzerland is so small. I mean, again, India, we were talking about this, was 1.4 billion people.
Mhm.
Switzerland is 8 million.
Wow.
That's even, I think it's like a quarter of Bombay.
Yeah. It's not a lot at all.
It's so nothing. But you still have these three, four technically, but three main regional language regions.
Mm-hmm.
So you have the Swiss German, the Swiss Italians, and the Swiss French. I live in the Swiss French area, which is Geneva, the Lake Geneva. You have some parts towards the Neuchâtel Lake, which is another lake on the north. And then all the rest is Swiss Germans, and Swiss Italy is Ticino, which is like, I think it's 4% of the whole country. It's really small.
Wow.
But they're basically almost geographically separated by the rest of the country by quite a big mountain range. So to go to Ticino, there's literally one motorway and one rail line. It's quite, which is funny because everybody wants to go to Ticino for holidays because it's beautiful. And every time there is some public holidays, you know that there is this, I think it's the Gotthard, the Passo del Gottardo, so the Gotthard Pass, which is a huge, gigantic tunnel. They have like 20 kilometers of queuing every time.
Whoa.
Because you have all the people from Swiss Germans, so Zurich, for example, going down to Ticino and just getting stuck in this traffic.
Wow.
Yeah.
So every year, this is what's happening.
Constantly. So like Easter break, you know they're going to be on the news.
Yeah.
Ticino, there is a queue to go to Ticino. Wow, surprise. So there is this difference between the three, let's say the three speaking part.
Mm-hmm.
I would say, I mean, obviously, if we can go with stereotypes, Swiss Germans are a bit more stiff, obviously. They're a bit less... But from time to time, I mean, I had really the most amazing encounters with some Swiss Germans in the mountains, for example. Once we went to see a friend, so me and my boyfriend went to see a friend near Zurich, and we went to a tiny canton on the south.
Mm-hmm.
And we were walking, we had a lovely hike, and then on the way down, the sun already set. So we were like, it's a bit okay, we need to check where is the path in the forest and so on. And then we ended up in this little tiny valley with this lovely big house. And some of the guys were outside. It was like a bunch of friends just renting the house. And so the friend of my boyfriend has a corgi dog who's absolutely adorable. Okay. And as soon these people saw the corgi dog, her name is Lexi. They're like, "Oh, Shone, Hunde, come." And so they started talking to us, and we ended up staying with them from, 6 p.m. until 2 a.m., just drinking and chatting and so on. They were like, "Oh, you should stay over." And they gave us food. And I was like, wow. And so all these stereotypes of the Swiss German be like, we don't like. I don't know.
I mean, but come on, let's be serious. If it wasn't for that corgi, I don't know if you guys would have got a foot into the door there, because I mean, that was a good, by the way, great friend you have there. Nice corgi, a beautiful corgi. Come on. It ran up. The corgi knew his job.
That's also true. But I think if we also just say hi and just asking questions, made the first step proactive, they could have maybe, because they were really friendly. So I think they would just need an excuse. But yeah, corgi definitely.
I mean, come on. Like
in Switzerland, just go around with a corgi. And
you
people
go
talk
with a
to you.
corgi. I mean, like, when's the last time you heard about a crime and a corgi was involved? Right?
I don't know. Crime to be too cute.
There you go. You know, that's the crime it committed. The crime to be cute, and you guys got free food out of it. You know, and some drinks.
Exactly.
You guys went back hiking after like 2 a.m.
We still had to go all the way down to the car. So yeah.
Oh, so it's pitch dark, and you guys was in the.
Yes.
Okay, this is probably by far one of the still cultural shocks I'm dealing with.
Because you guys after 6 p.m. you don't go out.
Once it gets dark, I'm in the mountains. I'm calling for help. I'm like, hey, emergency! I got a flare. I'm shooting in the sky immediately. I'm like, please, like, I need assistance. I'm not going back down the mountain in the darkness. Are you serious?
I do agree with you, but also I've been living in Switzerland now 13 years, and I've been a member of the Alpine Club for all those years.
What does that mean?
Which means that I do lots of alpinism, mountaineering, go on glaciers at 3 a.m. Which is
You wait,
so I'm quite. That one was easy. Like we just had the headlamp, looking the path. There was the moon out, and I had the map on my watch.
Wait, it was easy to go on a glacier at 3 a.m. I love Europe. The things you guys take for granted and you say so regular, it never ceases to amaze me. You was on first of all, you're on a glacier.
Yes.
Crazy. We're not gonna bypass that as if it's nothing. Second, it was at past midnight. You was on a glacier.
Yeah,
I don't even know it was legal. Wait,
I'm gonna explain.
Yo,
Because when you want to go, so you spend the night in a hut. So
okay, of course, a hut first before you go on a glacier. Of course, it's standard, right?
So you it depends also how high is the hut. Sometimes it takes you 3 hours, sometimes 8 hours to go to the hut.
Of course. Yeah, you're right. It's just a hut.
And, you go from the valley all the way through the nice grass with the flowers, and you have a forest, and you have the lake, and you're above the tree line, which is usually around 2,000 meters. You go up. And then usually you have huts there where you can spend the night. And then from there, what do? You go to a mountain.
Like, of course you do after you're in a hut, right? After all those hours. Of course.
But you sleep. So you sleep in the hut.
Yeah.
And then usually you go to bed around 7, 8 p.m. So you have dinner around 5, 6, depending from the hut and depending from the mountain that you want to do. Because sometimes from one hut, you can do different mountains around you. And you can have 3,000s or 4,000ers. You say that in English? Yeah. And when you do mountains that are like around 4,000 or a bit higher up, depending also again on the route, it could take you between, it really depends, but let's say that the ones that I usually do on average, it take you maybe 5, 6 hours as an approach.
Wow.
And since the sun is hot, you don't want to be on a glacier when it's too hot, when you come down from the mountain. So you want to leave as early as possible to be at the top of the mountain as early as possible and be back at the hut as early as possible.
Okay.
Which usually means, especially with the temperature rising nowadays, you want to be back to the hut around 11 a.m. So you have to do all the way up and all the way down before 11 a.m. Depending again where you are, where is the hut, if the mountain is the north face or not. So if it gets hit by the sun or not. Lots of calculations there.
Jesus, so you got to do fucking like physics in your head as you're climbing up these mountains after coming out of a hut, and then time and knowing the sun, and then global warming. So you got to deal with all. You got to be an environmentalist. You got to be a physicist.
It's very rewarding.
How? Okay, please tell me the reward.
The reward is when you come back home and you just have a hot meal and a shower. You feel really good.
Oh, thank God I didn't die today. Oh my God, that's the reward.
Because you appreciate the little things in life.
Oh, you're a thrill seeker. They just go up a glacier and come back down. It's like a race to the bottom and the top and everything.
To just appreciate a hot soup.
Yeah, just appreciate the hot soup and coming from cold soup that you was about to be a part of if the sun hit it the wrong way.
I just realized how absolutely white European all of this is.
This is white European as shit.
I have some colleagues from India. They're like, you do all of that to appreciate a fucking hot soup? I'm going to make you appreciate a hot soup.
You just listed at least 2 to 3 dangers that is like, why? Okay, what?
And then with the risk of falling into a crevasse, which happened to
falling
me.
Into a what?
A crevasse.
What? That's a risk too.
Mm-hmm.
And you almost happened?
It happened, yes. I did.
Well, it did happen,
yes.
But of course you still go.
But I was prepared.
You was prepared to fall into a crack in a glacier, or
yeah, because the glaciers, you usually, it depends where you're doing, but you don't usually see the crevasses, right? Sometimes they're visible, sometimes they're not. When they're not visible, it means there is like a layer of snow.
Yeah.
So the crevasse is these holes, because the glacier is like a little big labyrinth.
Mm-hmm.
You can go either flat like this or up. So you have, and it's made of different sort of these holes, these long holes, right? Which is where the water flows and so on. And sometimes they're visible, so you just have to jump or you just go around them and to go to the mountain. But sometimes they're covered with this layer of snow, and you call it, in French, it's called bridge of snow.
Mm-hmm.
And so when usually you test with a pole, right? You like you call and say, okay, there's a hole here, and you try to see how big it is.
Mm-hmm.
So then you're like, okay, is it that bad that I cannot cross? So just go around, or can I jump over? So for example, there are these images in Himalaya when people do the Everest.
Mm-hmm.
You have the Sherpas putting these ladders on top of these big holes. It's like metallic ladders, and you just go on the ladders. But obviously that's Himalaya. In the Alps, you don't have to do that. But once, and that was this day where we woke up like 3 a.m. We went all the way up, but because of climate change, the glacier went down a lot compared to what was written on the guide that we had, because you check guides before. And so it took way, way longer. So I was on the glacier around 11 a.m., which I should have been already in the hut. And by then it was really hot. I had even a heat stroke. So it was a bit
A heat stroke on a glacier?
Yeah, because you have the sun is strong.
Didn't even know that can even happen. Wow, I'm learning a lot about the sun now. Okay, this is good. I didn't know. I thought because a glacier is there, it's like it should be cold enough, right? Like I mean, the sun is hitting you that bad.
No, because it reflects on the ice, and so you have double the heat.
Damn, so you're getting cooked both ways.
Both ways,
Damn.
And then you're already around. At that point, I was at 3,500,
like
3,500. So you have also like the oxygen is a bit difficult. So not as difficult as Himalaya, but it was a tricky. And nothing. So the problem is that we had this crevasse, and I was like, okay. And I was with my boyfriend on the rope, because you always are on ropes. You cannot.
Yeah.
I was like, look, I'm gonna test this glacier, but I see this very long. I was like, I'm gonna go there. And then I saw it was very long. I was like, I think I need to just jump at some point. I go the other side, and it was very long, very long. It's like, fuck it, I'm just gonna jump. And I tell you, I might fall, so just be ready. And so what do you do? Because when you're on a glacier, you also have crampons on your shoes. So you every step is like you're basically like this. So he put himself in a position. You also have an ice axe that you can sort of plant in the ice.
Yeah.
He did something. There's something that you can do with a rope. You make some knots where you can really put yourself.
Yeah.
And he was ready. So I was like, I'm gonna jump. Da-da-da. I jump, and then I fell because I put my foot on this layer of snow that broke, obviously.
Whoa.
And so I fell until here, but I had my backpack, so the backpack kind of blocked me a little bit. And so by then, what I did, I took then my ice axe, and then you kind of go out like this.
Yeah.
So I kind of crawled out on the other side. And so then he had to do the same, but he has longer legs, so he managed to do a longer jump.
Wow. So did you panic at that moment? Like, was you scared? Was you like, oh my God?
No, because I knew it was gonna happen. So it sort of.
Wow. So you did, because I was about to ask you that. Like you told your boyfriend like, hey, I'm gonna fall.
Yeah.
And you still did it anyways. Europe is different. I'm gonna fall. Be prepared for me to fall. Okay, baby, I love you. I'll be prepared for you to fall. Yeah, just go. You fall down. So y'all agreed on basically almost you dying? What the fuck?
Because it was not as terrible. It was still a crevasse, but it was not. It could have been way worse.
A crack in a glacier where I'm being cooked both ways. I'm too late. I'm too far. Not bad. In a gap in a glacier. Not a big deal. Hey, baby, I'm gonna fall in it. You ready?
Ciao.
I'm ready, baby. Whenever you are ready. Yeah, sure.
We even checked if we had the network with the phone, so in case we could call the rescue.
Yo, if I was a rescuer in the Alps, I'll be so angry. I'm like, why the fuck are you guys are jumping into cracks in the glaciers?
Oh, those guys are heroes though, because you have the people who got really in shitty situations, but you have also those who are like, what the hell you're doing here? You don't have the skills to do this. So, and they do, I don't know, it's like they were counting, but like I would say even more than 3 or 4 times a day, even more. Even during ski season, they have so many people calling. Like you keep seeing the helicopters passing by.
I would imagine.
Yeah.
Because there's no like, hey, you got to be this experienced to go. You can just go, I'm assuming.
You can just go, and the hut owner can sometimes check. You can see if somebody's not prepared, but at some point, do what you do, right?
Yeah.
The beauty of doing mountain sports is also that you're fully accountable. Like what I do is my own is my problem, right?
Yeah.
Like, obviously, you can get rescue and so on, but I try to limit as much as possible because I chose to put myself in that situation. So so it kind of makes you, I don't know, you feel a bit more alive in a way. But yeah, same with skiing. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
That's wild. It's like, So people go there. You don't. There's no restrictions. You can like literally just go and then get stuck in a glacier,
You
and
can,
it's like
sleep on a
whatever.
glacier if you want. There are people sleeping on glaciers.
Oh,
I haven't tried. I would like to do it.
don't you already here. You already made it this far. Why push it? I just want to sleep on a glacier and
Because
wake
it's
up.
beautiful. You have the full moon nights. You have the full sky with stars, and you hear sometimes some rock fall, and then the glacier is cracking, and you're just there with your friends, and
Yeah,
it's
look,
pretty,
well, hey,
it's very
look,
pretty.
just host your friends. Make sure you got a good enough TV with high definition.
We just
Have
sleep on
good
the
sound,
balcony.
and just put it on and just watch it. There you go. Surround system. Put headphones on if you want the real experience, and just listen to rocks falling. Get a gravel, throw it on the ground. Rocks. There you go. There's rocks falling. And look at the sky. Hey, there might be one star. How many stars you need? We only one person. Just 2-3 stars. That's all right. But let me go risk myself in Jenna. Oh shit! This is I love it. The way people in Europe just say these things as if it's nothing, it's like always amazes me. I was in Innsbruck. I remember I was asking somebody, "Hey,
Beautiful.
yeah, very beautiful." And I was asking people, "Hey, what is it to do in Innsbruck?" They're like, "Yeah, just if you go up the mountain, you can find like a good restaurant." I'm like, "Wait." So just go up a mountain. Yeah, just go up the mountain. I'm like, wait, hold on. So how does that work? Yeah, there's a car. Just go up the mountain. You could probably do it by the morning. Come back afternoon. I'm like, whoa. Let's add some weight to the words you're saying here. You want me to go up a mountain for food? Yeah, that's what all the good food is. Just go up there. You should be fine. I'm like, I should be.
Excuse me.
Yeah, let's come on. You see my face? Like, come on, let's address it. I'm blinking my
You're in good
eyebrows.
shape. You can do that.
Hey, go to the mountain. You just go all the way up there. I'm looking at the mountain. That mountain's high. They said go all the way up there for food to get the best cheese. I don't know, gnocchi or the Kaiser Spitzel or something like that. I'm like, I'll just get the schnitzel down here. I'll just get the schnitzel on the ground. I don't know what that means in terms of going all the way up there. That's crazy.
Because the air is fresh, so you smell the schnitzel better.
Okay, you
Oh,
got.
yes, I love it.
Okay, when it comes to basic things, you guys are very like, okay, I really would risk it all to just get the basic things like the air, the
I don't know.
experience.
The funny thing is that my parents are gonna go piss at me because now I'm doing a lot of quite of these dangerous things in the mountains. They were like, when you were young and we would go to the mountains for holidays, you hated it. You hated hiking. You were always complaining. It was a super annoying. We could not bring you anywhere. You're always complaining. And now you do this shit. You're a piece of shit, Irene.
It's like,
I was like, sorry, mom.
how dare you?
I guess
ruin
it was too easy, your hike.
You ruined their part of their their life, and then now you're living it on the back end. That's wow. Okay, so yeah, you a hiker for real. You say you're part of the Alps group or no?
So it's an alpine club. It's just so every city in Switzerland they have this alpine club, which historically is where people can gather, likes the mountains, and there are some events about I don't know, trips to the mountains and so on. But it's also because they organize outings. For me, that's how I learned skiing, ski touring, ice climbing, rock climbing. They teach you all this stuff.
Wow.
And then you go on weekends with people that are, they like the same things that you like. I have a dear friend. She met her current boyfriend on one of these outings. They love each other and they have so much in common. It's amazing.
Kind of the only way, right? I mean, you can't be hiking mountains like this and work with, be with somebody that's only likes to do finance and watch football games.
No, but that's the problem. Like another dear friend of mine, she was with a guy that is also, again, still a friend of in the group, but he was not as much as her into mountains. And after a while, when you she loves spending every weekend up there, which is amazing, right? But he was like, I just want to go see a concert or watch a movie, which is also fine.
Right, he doesn't want to be stuck in a glacier, right?
So after a while, if you keep fighting, you love each other, but you keep fighting about what to do. At some point, just split, and now they're still friends. But he found a girl who's, that's the thing that he likes too, and she find a guy who's, we call him the mountain guide, the goat, because he does ice climbing in Scotland. He's insane, this guy. And they both, so they found the right companion.
Yeah.
They're still friends, and we're still friends with all of us, and he's amazing. And they just understood that in the end, it was not that they didn't like each other. They were like, we don't like doing the same things. And in a while, in a couple, you need to also like doing things together.
Especially climbing mountains, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, with you and your partner, if you don't mind me asking, like, does he? I mean, well, clearly he saved you from falling into a glacier,
Yes.
so he knows how to hike.
Yes.
Did you guys meet on one of these hiking?
We met rock climbing.
Oh, like that's the only way though.
It was funny because we met. So we met in 2019, so just before COVID. God, COVID feels so long ago.
Right, it's crazy, right? How long ago it feels like?
6 years already now. Anyway, but and for me was a very strong, important year because I left Geneva, where I used to live. I left my previous relationship and I left my previous job. I was like, I need to change everything.
Wow.
I'm super depressed. There's something going on, and I was sick of just going in circles in the same situation. Like I'm always sad. I'm always depressed. And nothing goes on. Like what the fuck? I need to just grab my life in my hands. And let me just stop, because also my ex-boyfriend was miserable. I was miserable. Everybody was miserable. I was like, okay, let's just stop.
Yeah.
Turn the page. And there's this all mountain sports festival in Chamonix, which is sort of is the mountain capital, mountain sports capital of France.
Wow.
It's just below the Mont Blanc. So you have the Mont Blanc, which is across between France and Italy.
Yeah.
And then you have this valley, and Chamonix is the main city. And there is this festival organized by Arc'teryx, which is this brand.
Yeah, very good brand.
Columbia, North Face, and Arc'teryx. And they organize around 4 days. And you have movies, you have workshops, you can go with the local guides from Chamonix to go on a glacier and learn how to do crevasse rescue or learn how to do rock climbing. And you have athletes who are sponsored by the brand Arc'teryx that you can talk to or climb with, which is, for me, when you're into those kind of things, it's like meeting your heroes. Like, oh my God, I'm climbing with her. Oh my God, you opened a route on the Kilimanjaro. Oh my God, things like that.
Wow.
And I was supposed to go with a friend, and then she had a problem with work. She had to travel, I don't know, to Azerbaijan. And I was like, should I go by myself? I don't know. Fuck it, I'm gonna go. And I went, and funnily enough, I met in the hostel where I was staying a dear friend from Canada who traveled all the way there, and we didn't know they were there, so we also shared the room. It was amazing, and I was in this a type of rock climbing class is called trad climbing, which means traditional climbing, which is one of the main type of rock climbing that they do in the UK, and it's basically so you can rock climb. You have sports climbing, which is you climb a mountain, and you have spits all over. So you every time you can put some quick draws, which are these double carabiner.
Yeah.
So you're with a rope, and then you clip, and then da-da-da.
Okay, you just climbing up and up.
And that's sports climbing. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it was invented in France, because obviously make it easy. And trad climbing is like you put your own protection. So you have almost a virgin wall, and you find maybe cracks in the rocks, and there you put something which can be called nuts or friends. You have 2 different things, and you put them inside, and those becomes your spits. But so they're not screwed in; they're just there, and hopefully they stay. So it's very dangerous. It's a very dangerous thing. Like, I'm never gonna do this unless I'm with somebody who knows how to do it. And so I was taking this class. We were on a very easy wall. It's like 20 meters.
Right.
Nothing. And so we were just straight up and down and down. And it was me. There was 2 English guys. I was talking with them. It was really funny. French one. And then there was these 2 blonde people looking almost very, very Polish, almost like a super blonde, super white, blue eyes. I was like, and they were speaking with each other. I was like, and I usually have a sort of a thing with language. I usually know more or less where a language comes from, right? Even I speak 6, but mostly European languages, right? But I can hear if somebody's, I don't know, Eastern European or somebody from Southeast Asia or something like that. Those I was like, you guys look Polish, but you sound Greek. Where are you from? And the friend of my current boyfriend says, you're from Finland. And I was like, oh, that's what Finnish sounds like? And so then we start chatting, and I was trying to make this party trick where you make a security knot, which is called alouette. I don't know what's it called in English. Double clove hitch or hitch clove or something.
I don't know.
I was trying to make it with that one hand, right? Because I was like trying to impress one of the guys. I was like, yeah, look, I can make this knot with the one hand. I usually can make it only with 2. And I was like, fuck, I can't make it. Then I hear a voice behind me. Are you trying to do this? And then he made it, and that was my boyfriend.
Ah,
I was like, ooh, you're good with your hands? Mama likes it. Mama likes it.
If a man doesn't tie a knot with one hand,
You know what you can do with the other hand. Oh God.
That's wow. Okay, so yeah, that's interesting. That's his way. It was like as we call in certain neighborhoods, spitting game, like flirting, being like, hey,
And then and I was like, oh, okay. So Finnish educational system is very good. It's very good.
It's like, hey, baby, you want to see me hike this mountain and not die? It's like, oh my, wow, you're still here. The amount of flirting that ended in tragedy.
So much. Can you imagine?
Yeah, let me do the traditional rock climbing. I'll impress you.
Ooh, I can't fit this in this hole. Oh my God.
I could find holes that have not been identified. You're like, whoa, wow.
You want me to put a knot in the hole?
Oh shit. Okay, hiking definitely is for hiking people. You got to find your people, and that's it.
But yeah, so then I was like, but you. At that point, I was already living in Lausanne, and he was living in Geneva, whereas his friend is actually the other friend with the corgi, who lives in near Zurich. And I was like, I don't know, you want to go climbing together or something? He was climbing quite a higher grade than me. I was like, it could be nice. Maybe I can improve if I can climb with a stronger person. And then that was July, and then we kind of basically we missed each other for like 3 months because he was going to Finland, I was going with somebody, with some other friends. I was on Tinder at that point, so I was like, just fucking around, and as one does.
He's just off a breakup, so yeah, it happens. Yeah.
And then in September, I think, I don't know if I text him or he texted me, and then he's like, should we still try this climbing together? So we went climbing, and it was nice. And then I think on the drive back, he had this metal music on the radio because in Finland heavy metal is mainstream.
Yeah, it's so cold up there. Yeah, so you kind of need something to wake you up.
I need to feel alive.
I'm alive. I'm not freezing. I'm in hell.
I'm listening to songs that are called "The Death of Masturbation."
Yeah, some of these sounds like hell. That's how cold it is up there.
I was like, wow, this is so fascinating. Like me, the little posh girl, was like, oh, heavy metal, fascinating. Tell me more about it. Oh, what does this song talk about? About dying in an asshole. Oh, right.
Dying in an asshole.
There is this Finnish heavy metal song, which is called Kuollut kuollempi kuollein, which means dead, more dead, deadest.
Wow, only up there will come up with something like that.
It's very nice, though. But
of course, nice. Of course, yeah.
But and nothing. And then I think, once I think I just invited to my place, and then the rest is history.
There you go. Now you guys are together and everything, hiking and saving each other from glaciers and holes inside the glacier.
Yeah,
so that's a beautiful thing. Yeah. And you say you speak 5 languages.
Yes. So Italian, French, English, Spanish very fluently. Again, German very rusty. Then I used to speak Portuguese, but more Brazilian Portuguese.
Wow.
Yes. But I mean, when you speak Italian and Spanish, you cannot go easy to the Portuguese.
Yeah, it's hard. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I learned it because I was playing capoeira when I was younger.
Wow. So yeah, you're an extreme sport person.
I like sports.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think if I was like a smoker, I would probably not do sports. But it's the only thing that really addicted me. Is like
wow, better.
It's sports addictor. I mean, it's addiction, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, you climbing glaciers just to do it. That's an addiction. But I mean, it's a good one because then you know how to save people. You're not, you know about global warming. That's good.
Yeah, and then you read the nature, right? You're in the middle of nature. You it's not just walking around. It's just you understand what everything means more or less. Like you know why the rock is like that or why the shape is. I don't know. There's some more intentionality about it. So I don't know. I like it. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. It seems like there's a culture in itself with rock climbing. Like it's just like a cultural thing. Because even as we've been talking, I'm like learning. I'm like, okay, so it's like a real culture behind it. You know, like the way you carry yourself, the time to waking up. Like the way you guys communicate with danger and just be okay with it.
Yeah. It's all a matter of being prepared. I mean, which is funny because it's kind of close also to capoeira. Because in capoeira, my master will always say, if you get hit, it's your fault because you were not prepared.
Wow, that's some old school.
It's beautiful as a philosophy of life as well.
Yeah.
Obviously, I mean, sometimes shit really happens and you cannot do anything. But also the other thing is like when people say if you have a problem, most of the times it was your own fault. you kind of like, I don't know, maybe you took a choice and you create. So it's a way not to cry over spilled milk, not to cry over yourself. It's like, fuck, shit happened. I'm gonna do something about it, and if I can prepare, great. If I can't prepare, okay, and whatever. Then the rest is life at some point,
That's a good point. Yeah, that's a good way of looking at it. I bet it prepared you for even the things you're doing now, and also comedy and things.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that mindset helps me a lot with comedy, because if I bomb, but definitely it's my fault. I don't like saying when people say, "Oh, the crowd was very quiet." It's like, okay, in some places it can be. It's true. I mean, obviously, you perform in New York and you performed in Germany, it's way different crowds. Way different. But sometimes it's like, cannot blame it on the audience, man. It's just, have you tried to read the room? Do you try to maybe adapt the jokes to something else? Or it cannot always be that a set, I mean, again, I'm still a beginner, but there are some sets that I always like, oh, this works so well. And in the little experience that I still had, I realized that some sets didn't work sometimes. It's like, and the little voice says, oh, it's the audience didn't understand your joke. And then you're like, no, wait one sec.
Right.
And then you watch the tape and like, no, wait, here I should have read the room, or here this person was not listening, or because it was not relatable. There are all these things about adaptability in the end. And doing this sort of extreme mountain sports or this kind of sports, it prepares you to that, because the blame is most of the time is on you. Like, try to be accountable as much as you can.
Wow, that is crazy. So then basically hiking and doing the extreme sports has prepared you to do comedy. Oh, that's actually an interesting way of like preparing for having something prepare you for comedy. It's like, because look, you almost fell into the crack of a glacier. I'm not going to let you go with that. I won't keep on. Every time I see you.
It's going to be the highlight.
Yes. It's going to be the highlight for every time I see you. That is crazy. That's so crazy that you're like, I was in a glacier. I told my boyfriend I was going to fall and I jumped and then
But what's funny? Because that day we were also with two other friends who were in the ropes together, but we were in two different ropes, because in that kind of outing, you don't want to be in a rope. It's another technicality. And funny enough, when you say it's a community, the rock climbing community, is because when we finally went to the hut and they arrived after us, we told them the story. They were like, oh, okay. Nobody was shocked.
I would have taken so offense to that. I'm like, so what? Y'all
no,
okay?
They were like, are you okay? Did you prepare? Did you put the ice axe down? Yeah, we did all of that. And actually, we did this. And we were actually discussing how we managed to do it. We were not like, oh, were you scared? We're like, so how did you do it?
Wow. So how'd you take yourself out there?
So you put a thing like this, like that. But then there was a big group before us. So who left after us. So it was before us on the way. Who was after us when we were coming down. And they were really late, and it was a big group, so they were really late. And we saw the night before that some of them were beginners, because we were talking to them. It's like, it's the first outing that we do, but we have this guy who knows what he's doing. But when you have all the hope on one person, this person then is a lot of when you have 10 people on a glacier under your responsibility is huge. I mean, I also organize hikes in the past, but not on glacier, just normal hikes where you just go to the forest and so on. And still, when I had like 20 people, it's a lot of responsibility.
Ooh.
Because then people are really like very chill, because anyway Irene is there, right?
Yeah.
And but remember to walk on the path. Don't put your foot in the void. Thank you. And so this poor guy who was guiding the group, at a certain point, we were, I don't know, I think we were having a snack before heading down to the car, and then we heard it, and we were not surprised. We heard the helicopter.
Damn.
And he went exactly on the spot where I fell on the crevasse. So actually there, 2 people fell. And they fell way deeper than I went.
Wow, were they able to get out?
Yeah, so with helicopter, they took him out. So the helicopter, when they come for a crevasse rescue, if you're really down, there is a way to, they create a sort of pyramid with the sort of, it's a tool, it's like 3 sticks. It's a pyramid. And then they have a sort of hook that goes down, where you can hook yourself up, and then one of the rescuer comes down with you. He prepares you with the thing, because sometimes people in the crevasse, if you fell, you might be unconscious.
Oh.
There's some people like ski touring, when you do when you're on a ski alpinism, if you're on a crevasse and you fall, most of the times you hit your head, and voila. And so the rescuer has to go down, put you everything, a harness and everything. The other people have to pull you up. The rescuer stay down.
Yeah.
While he waits for the people to bring you up,
and then
they bring him up again. So the rescuers are heroes, because there's a person who's going volunteering to rescue a unconscious body in the fucking crevasse, pull you up and stays down, just waiting. Heroes. hear us.
And some of these crevices go way down.
Way down. Way down, we go. Yeah.
Wow. All right. So I got two questions for you, right? These are like they're probably the last two, right? So first one is that going through all these things of like hiking, going like, the glaciers, the this and that, late at night or so. Was there any moments where you felt like, wow, this could be it?
Once it was a thunderstorm. That's why also again be prepared, because the weather in the mountains changed really fast. So we were prepared. That was actually with my ex. So we were doing this was a 4 days hike. It was not super high, but we still had lots of valleys and passes and valleys and passes. And there was one the reason we also broke up, because for me I was like, okay, the weather changes, so I know they say there's going to be a thunderstorm in this time range, but I always add 1 hour both sides. They're always buffer zone. And it's like, no, we can wait. It's like, let's just go. Why do we wait? And then what happened? And we were on the call at the thunderstorm. And you don't want to be on a fucking call.
Yeah.
Because you have no protection. There's nothing. You're there. And because the path, it was in a way, in an ideal scenario, it was correct, because from this hut to the other hut, it was like this, up, down, there. So it wouldn't have been quite quick. It would be like a 5 hours hike, quite quick.
Oh, quick, yeah.
Man, I sound obnoxiously pretentious. I know, I'm sorry, because when you do these kind of things, the 5 hours
No,
is short.
okay, I don't want to interrupt. Keep on going. Sorry, I apologize. It just took me off.
No, it's true, man. But so we were up there, and the thunderstorm started, and I was like, fuck, what do we do? So the first thing we did is like everything that was metallic, we just threw it out. My poles, we threw them. The carabiners, we threw everything. Like everything that is metallic, you throw out far away from you. And thank God there was a huge boulder. We just crawl under it and we just stay down there. You stay low as possible, but we threw everything out. It started raining. You were just there. And then I start seeing these clouds just forming. And then we were in the cloud. And then I never heard, when you see the lightnings and you just see the line like this, this is what we see. But when you're in a cloud with the thunderstorm in it, it's just explosion. You're like, pam, pam, pam. And so we start seeing all these pam, pam, just really close to us. I was like, okay, tomorrow we are on the newspaper. Because we were just so close, and you feel it, and you feel the electricity. So I feel my hair was all like this, and you feel it in the hand, everything. I was like, I'm dead.
Because you guys are so high up, you basically in
we
the
were
cloud.
high, and we were in the cloud with the lightnings. We were literally inside. And I was like, this is it. And every time you hear the explosions, and I was so surprised, because it's literally like flashes. It's not like you always think it's like this, but it's like this because the flash touched something on the ground.
Yeah.
And that's why it connects and you create electricity. But that was like flash.
Wow. Was it like blinding, or was it like almost, or just like it was just like very light? Like
good question. I don't remember. It felt more like almost like a yellow flash.
Wow.
Yeah. And but then as soon as he came, he left. And I was like, okay. But I was really scared. I was like, okay, we're dead.
Wow. Well, I mean,
thank God there was a boulder.
Yeah.
If there was no boulder, I don't know.
Well, I mean, another good thing was that was like the most clearest sign to break up with your ex, right? I mean, boom, boom, boom. Okay, I think I should not be with this guy. This is clearly a sign that this is not going to work out.
No, it was sweet. It was sweet in many other ways. But when I finally, was thinking maybe we should start breaking up. I don't know if it was that same year or the year after, but in my head was like, no, because that obviously the kind of chillness or less unpreparedness. In that case, it wouldn't be very dangerous. But in normal life, and again, everybody can be what they want, but I'm not like that. And so I need to be with somebody who's more like that. I'm sorry. I mean, that's how it works, right?
Yeah, no, it is.
Don't stay in a couple just because the guy is cute. If it doesn't work out, don't work out.
Right.
And for me, there was also other things. And that was a clear external sort of sign of how he was behaving inside, let's say. So you can be unprepared like that, and you can be then extremely, I don't know, always missing flights and things like that. I'm sorry, after a while, it's not funny anymore. It's like,
right. It's like, spontaneous. It's like, no, now it's not.
I mean, a lot of obvious spontaneity is great, but it's when you just be spontaneous always means that you're losing money all the time and you're just wasting time. I'm sorry. I like having money to spend for clear things. So
right.
It's like, oh, we missed your flight because you didn't want to leave the house 30 minutes before. And then we had to spend out twice the amount. It's like,
Ooh, yeah. Oh,
is it funny? I don't think it's funny.
Oh, and
It's
especially
ridiculous. It's a funny story.
Yeah.
But when I'm living it, I'm fucking. I would like to be on the beach by now.
Yeah, and especially just laughing in the midst of when it's happening, you're like, all right, this is not funny.
I've
Like,
cut it out.
yeah, it's like it's funny in hindsight, but okay. Well, that's wow. I mean, good that you made it out. And,
Yeah, I was glad, but I was pissed.
yeah, because I'm like, all right, there had to be at least one situation or two when something went down, but. So, all right, last question I have, and this is a question I ask everybody who's on the podcast, is that you've been through a lot of different things in life. I mean, well, again, I'm not going to say it one more time about
that
you.
was not the biggest.
Glacier, the crevice, you almost fell down. Your boyfriend was like, okay, thank you for letting me know you're going to fall down this, glacier.
The worst dangers in the end is not nature, it's the humans.
Right.
I was way more scared because of guys in my life than
okay. So man versus bear for you is man versus a hole in a glacier. And, and you will pick the hole in the glacier every time.
Every time.
I'll pick me falling in a glacier. The man in a hiking path or whatever, or up there in the mountains. That's funny. That's actually funny. You should probably do something with that. But so yeah, you've been to a lot of different things, right? And you even traveling, leaving your hometown of Italy at 18 to go to just say the UK, Essex, right? Mm-hmm. And then you traveling to all these different places, knowing these different languages. What would be the number one advice that you give to your younger self if you had the chance?
I was thinking about it literally last week. Just do it. Which is not. I'm not so sponsored by Nike, but simply as that. The things. My biggest regret, I would say, is that I started very late with things that I really wanted to do. Because when you grow up, and I come from a middle class, and my grandparents were both migrants, so they had the value of work, and the value is like you have to have enough money to save, you have to do the things properly, you have to study a thing that's going to bring you money, which is good, right? Because also I managed finally now to start what I want to do last 2 years because I save enough money to finally be like, okay, I can maybe risk it,
Yeah.
But before it was like, no, you're good at maths, then you go study economics, and and if you do economics and you work, I don't know. For me, I started in the UN and then in a public office in Switzerland. But my colleagues will go, my classmates will go to banks and so on because all safe jobs, right? And but the thing is, they're safe jobs, but you touch I touch rock bottom so many times. Like I'm so miserable. I'm so incredibly miserable. And so I would always do these things on the side, the Alpine Club, learning how to ski. I did some theater classes because, try different things. But every time on the side, always on the side, because I had to have the main path is a job that brings me stability and money. So my mom is happy. And my boyfriend at the time, he came from a rich family. So my mom was very happy. So it's like, I had to be like the good student, the good girl, the good girlfriend. And after a while, it's like, yeah, but how can you be always like that? And go home and literally, because that one day really happened, I literally opened the door and I crawled crying towards my bed. I was like, okay, this is not good.
Well, yeah, not good.
This is not good. I mean, I'm sorry. I cannot, it's not even depression. I don't even know what this is. And so that what happened in 2018. I was like, okay, let's change everything. Let's refresh. Let's turn the page, move to another city, broke up with it was a sweet guy, but it wasn't working out. Stop seeing different people and so on. And I kind of started slowly building my own life. I was like, okay, I feel like I'm more myself. The job was still like a very corporate job, but it was very stable. Then COVID hit, so I didn't quit it because, you would not. I'm sorry, I was not yeah,
COVID was rough, yeah.
It was not in a situation where I could afford to quit a job at that point. So I stayed. But then at least relationship-wise, it went really well with Yanni, so my current boyfriend is like, and probably the man I'm going to die with because it sounds extremely creepy. I'm going to die with here.
Well, you guys kind of agreed every now and then, so it seems like it will.
On the glacier, we are prepared. I'm going to die. You want to die? Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah, so I think it's going to work out. I think this relationship is going to be the one. Yeah.
The snow is coming. Avalanche is coming. Great. Sorry. And so that was great. I was like, fantastic at this relationship. Now I'm finally, yes, this is good. I have it's magnificent. Then I started doing sports and so on. And then, tada, the super stable job, restructuring the company. Bam, close. Irene, there's no more position for you. I was like, okay.
And I got lucky because I got out with a very nice package, a very severance package. I was like, okay, I have a few months. It's like the story of Jimmy Carr, Ricky Gervais, no? If you want to think about comedians. They left, not close to them, don't worry, guys, so think I'm not good. But they all start with like, okay, I have a severance package. I have 3 months free, where I don't have to worry about jobs, money, nothing. I have these 3 months, what do I do with it? I had a bit longer, it was a very generous package. I was like, okay, I want to do a career transition and I want to start finally stand-up comedy. I've been dreaming about this for years. I've been writing for years. I got too scared. I was like, finally, I'm going to do these 2 things. And so I went for 1.5 years for a huge career transition where I went to study sports management because I like sports. I was like, I want to work in comms and PR in sports. So let me try to see how I can do that. And stand-up comedy, I went to London to see a friend. He told me about the Angel Comedy Club, which is a comedy club in London. He said, they give you intensive stand-up classes. Like, how can you teach to be funny? It's like weird. Okay, let me do it. So I went, stayed 1 week, hated it. It was awful. I learned a lot, but the showcase at the end, I was like, oh my God, this is awful. I hate it. And then I came back and I was like, okay, I'm going to carry on with the career transition. So I was doing lots of volunteering, networking, meeting people, talking, And then I started performing like this, and it started going well. I was like, okay. And now look, 1 year later, I work in sports PR. I've been doing now 180 gigs. I've been in Berlin 3 times. I met you for comedy.
Yeah, thank you very much for helping me with that. Yeah,
I went to New York. I went to the Fringe this year again for trying out. And don't worry, guys, I'm not thinking I'm gonna be super famous. So I got these comments like I just wanted to try. And the whole red thread, the wood of all of this is that why not try? What's the worst that can happen? And do it. And so now for me, everything I do, I just go 1, 2, 3, and I go, and it's just it. Just do it. Fuck it. I'm done with overthinking. I'm done with overthinking and think what other people are gonna think of me, and the judgment. I'm sick of it. I'm done. I'm done with that. I'm done.
Yeah, I can feel that.
I want to be my own. It's like fucking hell, man. Like, I can be dead tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, with all the hiking that you're doing,
yeah,
that's actually like for real, like.
So yeah, no, I was like a bastard. I call it quits on overthinking. I'm done. I'm done with all of that. And just if I want to do something, I do it, and fuck the rest. I mean, life is too short. I'm done with that.
I mean, yeah, and I really feel what you're saying there. Like, I mean, same thing. Thinking about it, like, just fuck it, do it. And I think like even your transition, like from like something that's stable to going something that's not really stable, especially in immigrant like culture or like, I mean, many cultures, I mean, say immigrant, let's just say cultural, like that fear. And it comes from like your parents and then, what they want best for you, but it doesn't agree with you as a person, what you do. So I think that's very powerful for you just even to share all of that of like that transition from like, okay, you going to school, good job, good person, even the people you date and the parents respecting that because of the money, stability. Then you breaking out and then you coming across the other side and be like, this is what I like to do. You even met somebody that does what you really like to do and just like taking that leap. So I really get on board with you on that one.
And obviously it's hard work. I'm not going to say the last 2 years were easy at all. I mean, I could have gone backpacking for South America. I fucking didn't do it. Like, I was like, okay, I have this chance. And it's the only time I have. Also because as a woman, a certain age, there's also other things that come into your mind and the society pressure for other things. So it's like my time is I have a very short window to try it out because then if I fuck it up, I'll go back to something else, right? Because then I might have to start thinking about, baby making, if at the point I want to make them. I don't know.
Right.
That's for another chapter.
But thing.
As a woman in your mid-30s, you have so much social pressure from so many things that sometimes the other gender don't
yeah, we don't
compute.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah,
I'm very jealous of you guys. You can pee standing up. It's amazing.
Boy, do we have we just unfortunately, but
and so it's really hard work. I really work hard for that, and I'm very glad that where I am now. But again, I'm earning way less than before. But every day I go to the office. I'm happy to see my team. I'm happy to do the things that I'm doing. When I perform, I'm not maybe the most social comedian out there because I like Richard to write and to perform and see what it worked, right?
Yeah.
I don't stay a lot for drinks later because I just want to go home and listen to the thing.
Which is a good thing, yeah.
But because there was a comedian, was her name Chloe Radcliffe. I was listening to a podcast about her yesterday.
Oh, okay.
And she was saying that the 20s were for socializing and her 30s are for working. And that's the thing. Like for me, when I wanted to start stand-up comedy, I was in my 20s. I couldn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm kind of, now I'm kind of like try to recover 7 years of comedy career that I didn't have, right?
Yeah.
And so the socializing aspect, I just need to really work on my thing, on my writing, and that's what I'm trying to do. So everything I feel like sometimes the negative perception is that I don't like wasting my time, and so sometimes I don't hang out. And it's not because it's a waste of time. Sometimes it's beautiful, right? But it's like I'm sorry guys, because if I'm not here, the time that I'm here is the time that I'm not spending with my boyfriend or with my friends or doing the job that I like. So for me, almost every minute, which sounds extremely stressful, I know, but every minute I need to almost account it for it. And because I lost this last 7 years, basically.
Yeah, I mean, and I would maybe interject there, not even because you started on the time that works for you. And stand-up comedy is one of these things where, especially here in Europe too, I mean, I always say this for people who just starting out here, it is so open. You can literally do whatever. I mean, you have like the London or the British and then the American styles of things, but it's coming from places where it's already has been established and it's a little more rigid. Here, it's like, I mean, you really can do, like, it's so open.
Yeah.
To almost to a level, even me, I'm still trying to learn how open it is of how you can express yourself, do jokes and stuff. And also to add to it too about like the writing, which that's a great thing. That's keep that energy. I mean, you know, like to listen to you, to want to listen to your set and everything, keep that energy. But I'd say that sometimes writing, it also happens amongst conversation with people. And, you know, when that time comes to where you feel comfortable, that sometimes you have like these, this happens to me a lot. Sometimes I might say something and then, you know, it's just like extreme consciousness. Somebody be like, yo, you should do something with that. And I'm kind of like, huh, okay. Like some of the jokes I say, I'm like, because I'm just saying it and people are like, yo, you should turn that into something.
Okay.
Like for other, I would say comedians that do write, like, you know, be around funny people. If they're not, then it's just gonna be whatever. But if you're around funny people, like even the thing you said about like, you know, like the Glacier, you know, man versus, you know, bear, man versus bear, but like man, you know, and even maybe the thing about Glacier, like you thought it was nothing. For me, I'm like, wait. Yeah. You fell in that glacier and you came out. Yeah. Nah. That's a big deal. I don't know what you want to do with that, but that shit is big.
Let's go into that. Wait. Let's break everything. Let's stop everything.
I just recorded this on a podcast. I'm like, yo, please go into detail. That you do not let that go. But you know, some of those things.
As my boyfriend didn't let me go in the crevasse.
Right, great. Yeah, that's a married. Y'all married. Y'all basically married. If he's like, okay, and then you agree to it. He's like, okay, yeah.
With the knife. Can you imagine? I stopped you right now. You okay? Yes. What are you doing? Nothing.
I fell down. Just 1 minute. just saw this stuff. Just making it happen.
That would be more pleasurable.
So is it Irene or Irene?
Irene.
Irene. Okay, Irene. Irene Carbo? Carbo. Okay. Irene.
Stage name, but.
Okay. Irene Carbo. Oh, what's your full?
Carbone.
Carbone.
Yeah. I know it's beautiful, but the thing is, I have clients.
Okay. All right. Do not want to put yourself out there.
I put my name, the full name once for a while on the Instagram. And I was like, shit, I'm looking for jobs and I don't want this. And there's not much. I mean, I don't post a lot.
Yeah.
Now I'm more because there's more, let's say, decent content I could obviously put there.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, even if Irene Carbo is very close to my real name, I have clients and
okay, yeah. You know, hey, look, I know you got clients. You got a nice scarf. You got gingham, pants. I get it. You're a person in high positions. You know, you fall on glaciers on the weekends. I get it. You moving around. You're doing things in life. You don't want your business to be put out there. I get it. But Irene Carbo. Thank you very much for being on the podcast. This is very fun. I know we're supposed to do this the first time, but we was moving around and stuff. So I'm glad it worked out this time. So it's all is good, you know, as they say. So guys, thank you for listening and or watching to the Third Coastal Talk podcast. I'm your boy Nyan Yenifin. This is Irene Carbo.
Yay!
And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Yeah.
Thank you. Boom.